After hundreds of coaching sessions, both my own and those I've observed in training, there's a pattern that separates adequate coaching from transformational coaching. It's not the depth of the questions. It's not the beauty of the insights. It's this. Does the client actually do something different when they walk out the door? That's what we're exploring in Module 7, the final section of the ICF Core Competency model, cultivating learning and growth. And the one competency in this section is about facilitating client growth. Here's the thing most coaches don't want to hear. You can ask brilliant questions. You can create moments of profound insight. Your client can leave feeling enlightened and energized, and then nothing happens. That's not transformational coaching. That's a nice conversation. The difference this competency addresses is the gap between awareness and movement, between realizing something and actually changing because of it. Some coaches have wonderful sessions full of insights and realizations, and then nothing happens. Other coaches have sessions where the client walks away with clarity, commitment, and a plan they actually own. That's the difference we're going after here. ICF puts it this way: partners with the client to transform learning and insight into action, promotes client autonomy in the coaching process. Let's unpack that. Notice it says transform learning into action, not just discuss learning, not just create awareness, transform it. And it says promotes client autonomy. The client drives the process. The client owns the results. This competency represents where all your other coaching skills converge. Everything you've learned about presence, listening, evoking awareness, it all comes together here in service of the client actually doing something different in their life. There are 3 parts to this competency, and they all matter. First, transformation, not just conversation, actual change. The client experiences a real shift in how they see things or what they do, not just intellectual understanding, a genuine shift. Second, action, something tangible happens in their work. They don't just think differently, they commit to concrete steps, they move. And third, and this is critical, autonomy. The client owns it. Not compliance with what you suggested, not doing it because you're holding them accountable. Genuine ownership. They're driving their own development, not following your agenda. So here's the distinction I want you to carry through this entire module. Some sessions are insightful but incomplete. The client has realizations. They see things differently. They feel enlightened, but there's no clear direction, no commitment to change. The session felt good, but it doesn't go anywhere. Other sessions have transformation with traction. The client walks away with clarity about what they're going to do, genuine commitment to do it, and a plan they actually own. The momentum continues long after you hang up the call. Why? Because the client is fully invested. Competency 8 is the bridge between awareness and sustainable change. This is where it all comes together. The sequence matters deeply. Learning becomes insight. Insight becomes action. And the client owns all of it. Notice what I didn't say. I didn't say the coach drives results. I didn't say the coach creates accountability. This isn't about you making things happen for your client. It's about partnering so they make things happen for themselves. Every competency you've learned up to this point, ethical practice, coaching mindset, agreements, trust, presence, listening, evoking awareness, it all feeds into this moment. This is where the work lands. Let me name a couple of traps coaches fall into. First, thinking great questions equal great coaching. They don't. Not by themselves. Questions alone are incomplete without action following. You can be a brilliant questioner and still leave your client with nothing to show for it. Second, confusing client enthusiasm with commitment. Your client gets excited in the moment. They say yes to everything, and then they don't follow through. Enthusiasm in the session isn't the same as commitment to change. Remember, insight without action is incomplete. Action without autonomy is just compliance. Our goal is genuine client-owned transformation. Here's what's ahead in this module. We'll cover integrating new awareness, helping clients consolidate their learning, and connect insights to their goals. We'll work through designing goals, actions, and accountability, addressing barriers and potential results, summarizing learning, sustaining progress between sessions, acknowledging success, and closing sessions well. Each piece builds on the next. And through all of it, we come back to that through line. Learning becomes action, and the client owns all of it. So how do we help clients take all that awareness and insight and actually integrate it into who they are? That's where we're headed next.